What's up, guys? Welcome back to SV Astro channel. So, guys, today's topic of discussion will be another important concept in Vedic astrology, which is called Manglik dosha, or whether a person is Manglik or not uh, through his horoscope, and what is the concept of Manglik, and what exactly Manglik means. And like there, I know there are a lot of misconception and myths going around everywhere about Manglik, so we're going to clear those things today. So in our last video, we discussed about Neech Bhang Raj Yoga, and we covered a lot of other topic also, a lot of other yogas and basic astrology about houses, planets, debilitation, exaltation, and their mutual aspects, and all other different concepts. So guys, if you want to know those details or you are new to this channel, please go and watch out all my videos to understand what exactly astrology means. So for that, you just need to type in YouTube basics of astrology, or you can simply type in my name Shikhar Vats and you can access all my videos. So let's jump back to our today's topic, which is Manglik dosha. So what exactly this Manglik dosha means and why this is considered as dosha? Because it's not yoga, it's a dosha. Dosha means something bad, and yoga means something good in your horoscope. So why this is Manglik and dosha? Manglik is related to Mars, and dosha is which is something bad. So something bad related to Mars in your horoscope is considered as Manglik dosha. And how it affects in our life, what adverse effects it can have in one's life. This is all about this. So basically, people have lot of misconceptions about Manglik dosha, and they think that if a person is Manglik, like it's very bad, it will destroy his life, and a lot of other um, uh, myths going around, which are not absolutely not correct. So, what exactly is Manglik dosha? Manglik dosha is formed when Mars is sitting in certain houses in your horoscope. And what exactly this Manglik dosha is? So, as you know, what is Mars? So, Mars is that furious energy. Mars is the anger, the desire, the passion, the force, the soldier, which keeps on working. Because you know, soldier in army, its aim is to conquer the enemy just by working, fighting, and fighting. So that is why Mars is considered as malefic in nature. That is why Mars is considered as malefic planet. But again, Mars is a very good planet which brings lot of positivity in one's life because it related to your courage, your willpower, your aim in life. So these things are very good about Mars. But why it has been considered as malefic? Because it's a furious planet. It's a planet which gives anger, which gives one a very strong desire to achieve something. So that is why, because it is tamasic in nature, so that is why it is considered as malefic planet. So when Mars is sitting in certain houses in your horoscope, it is considered as Manglik dosha in one's life. But actually, this is not bad. But one has to be little cautious about those things in life, because whenever Mars is sitting in your 12th house, your first house, your fourth house, your seventh, and your eighth house, the person is considered to be as Manglik. Some people may also consider when Mars is sitting in second house is also as Manglik dosha, but for us it's like 12th, 1st, 4th, 7th, and 8th house is considered to be Manglik, and that is being seen from ascendant. So suppose why is that considered to be a little bad in one's life is because first house is what? First house is you, as in your whole body, yourself. So if Mars is sitting there and it's your head, it can bring like much anger in your life. Person may be like person can get angry very quickly or lose his temper. That is why it is considered slightly bad in your first house. Then what is fourth house? Fourth house is our family, our mother's house, our home, our homeland, home, and our luxury, our comforts, and basically the peace and happiness in life. So if Mars is sitting there, again, Mars is that energy which makes you keep working, fighting, and trying to achieve your aim. So you'll be a little restless. So again, that will not give you that peace in your life. So that is why fourth house is considered as Manglik if Mars is sitting there. Again, now seventh house. What is seventh house? Seventh house is your relationship, your public relationship, and most importantly, your marriage. It's your marriage house, your spouse house. So again, if you have Mars over there, you have a lot of energy in yourself, and you will be like, and it will be very difficult for a person to cope up with your energy. So that is why sometimes it has become very difficult to handle those relationships. That is why Mars is considered bad in 7th house. Now again, what is 8th house? 8th house is again your sudden loss and gain houses, your accidents, and again it is a benefit from marriage because it is second house from your marriage house. So again, if Mars is sitting there, it can give some turbulence in your marriage relationship. That is why 8th house Mars is also considered as Manglik dosh. Again, what is 12th house? 12th house is the house of losses, expenditure. So if Mars is sitting there, definitely that malefic energy, that strong energy, that fiery energy will definitely be impacting your expenditure and your losses. So that is why Mars is again considered bad in 12th house. So I'll show you like what I mean by first house, fourth house, seventh house, 8th house and 12th house. So suppose if Mars is sitting here, first house, that is your ascendant. If Mars is sitting in your fourth house, if Mars is sitting in your seventh house, if Mars is sitting in your 8th house, and if Mars is sitting in your 12th house. So how we know that this is 12th house? Because we already discussed, cover all these topics, that this is first house, this is 12th house from the ascendant. This is called your ascendant, lagna or rising sign. So this is your first house. Fourth house from the ascendant is this one. Seventh house from the ascendant is directly opposite. 8th house is, if you count 8 numbers, it will be your 8th house, and this is your 12th house from ascendant. Now a lot of people in astrology also says that even if Mars is sitting in first house, fourth house, seventh house, 8th house from or 12th house from your moon, even then person is Manglik. So suppose your moon is sitting here and if Mars is also sitting here, so that means a person will be Manglik. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. If Mars is sitting here, person will be Manglik. If Mars is sitting, suppose in the 8th house, 5, 6, 7, 8, here, the person will be Manglik. Or maybe in 12th house, here, the person will be Manglik. But it is not that important to consider it from a moon sign also, because if you take moon and ascendant both, I think probably 70-80% of the people in this world are Manglik. So it is always important to consider it or to see it from your ascendant. If from ascendant it is sitting in ascendant, 4th house, 7th, 8th and 12th, then it is a Manglik dosha, person is Manglik in his life. But again, if Mars is sitting in his friend's house, that is in the house of Jupiter, Sun or Moon, then Manglik dosha gets cancelled. Or even if Mars is sitting in 10th house, that not 10th house, it's like Capricorn in the 10th sign. So then where Mars gets exalted, so that is also a cancellation of Manglik dosha. So all these things has to be taken into consideration while analyzing whether a person is Manglik or not. Moreover, another thing is here is that only one thing cannot be taken into consideration, that Mars is sitting in first house, that means person is Manglik and blah blah blah, every all the bad effects and all the bad things will come in his life. No, that's absolutely wrong, because there are a lot of other things, lot of other aspects of the planet and lot of other, like in which sign it is sitting, in which house obviously we have discussed. So what are all other factors influencing the Mars sitting in these houses should also be taken into consideration to consider a Manglik effect. So if all like positive effects are there, it can also show that person is not that Manglik, or the Mars will not have that worse or bad effect on that house. So it is considered to be as non-Manglik. But again, having said that, people already made these concepts in astrology that this is, I mean, if in these houses Mars is sitting, then definitely person will be Manglik and a lot of bad things will be going to happen in his life, which is absolutely wrong. Again, it is to be said that person who's Manglik should always marry a Manglik person. Why is that so? That is because, like, if suppose you are Manglik, you have that particular energy and you have that particular nature in your life, so it will be very difficult to, as I told you, in the 7th house, if your Mars is sitting in the 7th house, it will be very difficult for your partner to cope up with your energy and your fighting ability in day-to-day life. So if you marry a Manglik person, then definitely that person should also be having the same kind of nature, because as I showed you in this chart, apart from this house, wherever Mars is sitting, it will be aspecting your 7th house. How? If Mars is sitting in first house, with a 7th aspect, Mars will be aspecting your 7th house. if Mars is sitting in the fourth house with its fourth aspect, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, Mars is aspecting your seventh house. If Mars is sitting in 12th house, it will be aspecting seventh house from its eighth aspect. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, it will be aspecting your seventh house. So wherever Mars sits, it will aspect in these houses, it will aspect your seventh house, which again can give turbulence in your marriage life or your relationships. So if a person you are marrying to is also Manglik, then probably that will be cancelled. That effect of Manglik will be cancelled because that person also has the same kind of nature of yours. So that is why it is always said that one should marry a Manglik person if one is Manglik. But to me, sometimes this is very good also, because if Mars is sitting in these houses can make person very good in certain aspects or certain areas of your field. If suppose Mars is sitting in first and seventh house, definitely which is very good for your career, and maybe you can be very good technically, you can go into medical lines, that will be very good for you, because sitting in the seventh house it will always respect your 10th house, which is the house of career. So if Mars is sitting in seventh house or first house, definitely it shows some tendencies to going into technical field or medical field. Person can be very good in those areas, but again other factors are also be coming into effect while analyzing all those things. So in the gist is that whosoever says that Manglik dosh, or if a person is Manglik, it's very bad, it's very bad for his life and all those blah blah, this is not the exact case. Manglik is not bad, it's just that the Mars having its more energy or more power in those certain areas of your life can make you a little difficult towards those areas, but in other way it will be like very helpful in some of the other things. So in total, this is all the concept of Manglik dosha, and what how you can be Manglik, how it can be seen that you're Manglik through your horoscope. So guys, this is my small interpretation on Manglik dosha. So hope you guys like this. So if you guys like this, like my video, so please hit the like button, and also do subscribe to my channel, SV Astro channel. And if you have any comments, questions, just please feel free to post those questions. I'll try to answer them as correctly as possible. And also, if you want to get your chart analyzed, you can send me your details to shikhar.vats@gmail.com, and I will be getting back to you as soon as possible. So keep watching my videos, guys. Until then, goodbye.